Daily Horoscope, the 28th of December 2016. Daily Horoscope for Aries. Ruling planets: Mars, Pluto. Exciting, sudden and unexpected events tend to occur at your place of residence now. This transit stimulates militancy and assertiveness. Strikes and even explosions are possible. Be careful when dealing with family members, especially mothers and older female figures, that this could be the area of main concern. This transit can become unstable and often indicates the possibility of emergencies as a result of health problems with the above-mentioned people. You feel extremely grateful for what you have on one level but have an uneasy sense of dissatisfaction beneath that. If you carefully analyze what is causing this discontent, you may not even be able to pinpoint it. The solution to this is to discard the thought of repetitive mental behavior and simply appreciate the moment for what it is. Daily Horoscope for Taurus. Ruling planets: Venus. If you are thinking of entering into a business partnership or alliance, remember that it is still a marriage of sorts, can also relate to business. For some, this can be bliss, but for others, it can be a life sentence. You need to step out of your habitual way of seeing things. Today offers you the chance to observe life from a completely different perspective. Foreign cultures may have something to do with it. Today it's all about money today, and in particular how you use and share other people's cash. Attention to cash flow and how to improve its balance in your favor catches your focus, and you'll find yourself basing both attitude and decisions on how much it costs, what it's worth, who wants to buy it. Your innate possessiveness is at its maximum, and it may be hard to part with belongings, even ones you need to get rid of. Horoscope for Gemini. Ruling planets: Mercury. Don't feel daunted by the fact that others are expecting a little more than what you have to give at this time. You may need to choose carefully before you give the thumbs up to any request during this immediate cycle. Redefine the who, what, where, when and how today, and you'll feel a lot better. There are adjustments to deal with in your work, such as a supervisor or coworker exerting pressure on your job performance or changes on schedule. You could be extremely intense in your opinions and delivery when communicating ideas to others, so you must be careful not to alienate those people you are hoping will help you. Authority figures may also infringe upon your developing new concepts and creative ideas. Daily Horoscope for Cancer. Ruling planets: Moon. If you are aiming for money and success, you are overlooking some of the basic principles of success. The spirit of achievement has more to do with loving what you do rather than being concerned with the outcome. You can improve your relationships with young people just now, and if you are a parent, all is well for a better future together. You may not exactly be paid for your assistance, but will get satisfaction from working for a good cause. Sexual relationships are hot and spicy during this cycle, and journeys with a lover are also light-hearted and rejuvenating. Obstacles at work? Let others know just where you stand. If someone's using your shoulder to cry on, that's fine. However, if they start to take advantage of your goodwill, you will recoil and cut them out of your life. You need to coach them on what's appropriate and what's not. Daily Horoscope for Leo. Ruling planets: Sun. Talking with others is the theme. You express yourself well now. The operative word here is talking. As the Moon and Mars interact over the coming day or so, talk can quickly get out of hand into a debate and even all-out war. Be careful of how you maneuver your conversations under these transits. Transportation arrangements should also be of concern, and timetables can be thrown out of whack. You find it necessary to convey information to others, but may find that crossed lines don't accommodate proper assimilation of the information you are offering. Communication and transportation, therefore, are issues at the moment. You can make changes in the coming month, but you must act quickly. Time is of the essence if you want to revamp your lifestyle or professional circumstances. Write your resignation letter now. Procrastination will kill the moment and leave you stranded on the desert island of dissatisfaction. Daily horoscope for Virgo. Ruling planets, Mercury. If you are in an educational program, you could receive some distinction in an exam. You may be disappointed if you had your mind set on a new role or job. This is not the right time to make changes, so be patient. This will be an enjoyable day or so, not necessarily because you will be any less busy, or doing more social things, but because you will find a certain relaxation and appreciation in the simple and small things that you do. There may, however, be moments where you can be over-optimistic and perhaps a little too generous with others. Also in relationships, you may find yourself building people up and perhaps even putting them on a pedestal when in fact you should be more cautious and looking at their human frailties. As long as you see this, then you can be accepted and allow the friendship or relationship to take its natural course. Daily horoscope for Libra. Ruling planets, Venus. At this time you feel tied down by work issues, and this may not be at all comfortable, especially if your heart is not on the task at hand. You probably have an opportunity to improve your life circumstances generally, but most of this will hinge on workplace relationships and arrangements. This is a favorable time for travel, educational matters and for speculation and investment, and you should monitor your health, especially if you're not feeling particularly on top of it all. By defining your happiness as something that comes from outside you, you are shortchanging yourself. Once you take a look at the real cause of happiness and stop enslaving yourself to others whom you've mesmerized yourself into believing, all of your contentment, your life will change completely. Daily horoscope for Scorpio. Ruling planets, Pluto, Mars. If you are single, don't wait for love to fall out of the sky. Love is a verb, which means that you need to do something about it. You can share your secrets with someone now and let off steam. Having an understanding ear will be important. You may be so enamored by what is said and will be too afraid to ask questions on the fear of turning them away. You'll probably believe that everything they're saying is true when in fact they are using this as a means of getting something from you. Don't get caught up in the game of poor self-esteem. Much of what's going on now has nothing to do with other people and everything to do with how you regard yourself. If you don't feel you're up to par, then the onus is on you to improve things. Daily horoscope for Sagittarius. Ruling planets, Jupiter, Neptune. It's time for withdrawal, escaping the vicissitudes of life and finding some equanimity within you. Going head-to-head with life's problems is sometimes not exactly the best way to solve those problems. By becoming a little more private and keeping a few cards up your sleeve, you buy a little time to solve these issues that have been plaguing you. Work can be thrown into chaos, and no matter how hard you try to do your work, there'll be someone or some circumstance that will obstruct you now. Please understand that so many things are out of your control, and taking your current circumstances for granted shows you're only looking at things superficially without understanding your vulnerability in the situation. Electricity can stop at any moment, the health of a friend or family member may call you away, your own health and well-being may be in question. Once you understand how much you can't control, you'll start to surrender and flow with things much more peacefully. Daily horoscope for Capricorn. Ruling planets, Saturn, Uranus. This is a time for reconsidering issues of security and domestic contentment. Jupiter is expanding your view of these things right now. But what are you able to do with this productive and positive vibe if you don't eliminate outdated patterns of what you consider to be security? A friend may challenge these ideals now, but don't fight it, it's just what the doctor ordered. You can enjoy the benefits that money brings with it, but the joy will be short-lived if you're not prudent in what you buy and analyzing the real underlying motives for your purchases. Do you have some emotional gap that you're trying to fill? Are you seeking something outside your normal environment that you are too afraid to go for and are therefore substituting things for these deeper emotional needs? Only you can answer that question. Daily horoscope for Aquarius. Ruling planets, Uranus, Saturn. You feel full of valor and bravery. We're not talking about the rough and tumble of war or contact sports here either. This is much more a case of moving forward in your life path by ridding yourself of useless fears and apprehensions and having the courage of your convictions to do what you dream. Be brave today. You encounter episodes with the women in your life. They may appear especially sensitive, moody, or apprehensive toward you. Your emotional expression and your instinctive reactions are not operating clearly, and you might find yourself embroiled in heated debates in which you stand in defense of your own viewpoints. Extra debts make life a little difficult for you. You have to work hard to overcome worries and use your creativity to dig yourself out of a financial ditch. Discussions with bank managers will work magic and restore your confidence. Daily horoscope for Pisces. Ruling planets, Neptune, Jupiter. You desire freedom of movement at the moment, but following your own path may not be all that easy, especially if others have enlisted your help and this has taken a lot more time than you had at first expected. You need to follow the dictates of your own heart, and once you have fulfilled your obligations, make it a point to carefully consider how much time and effort are needed when you say yes to everyone. You're marching to the beat of a different drummer, and this is because you've gained considerable confidence in the past few months. This is an excellent period for you to showcase your skills and to attempt something you may not have been capable or desirous of doing some time ago.